Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite mother of three, Bougie Vintage. I have the flu, but I thought that today would be a great day. Oh, what is this? What is this? Come on now, girl. To give you guys a baby update. I have not given you guys a baby update in forever, and since so many changes have happened, I thought, why not talk about my lovely daughters and give you guys the 411 on everything Salem, Bellamy, and Nola. So, as always, let's jump right into the birth order. Salem, my sweet January baby. So Salem is officially in kindergarten, which you guys know, you guys have been following, and she made it to the T video. And so she has started kindergarten. I pulled her out on the second day and she went back today because she was a little under the weather. Now I'm under the weather. So problematic AF, but she is doing so well. I literally cannot believe that she is in kindergarten. It like blows me that she is 4 and in school. Before going to school, like from the summertime, pretty much until recently, we had started showing her how to spell her name as well as write her name so that she would be prepared for school. And so she knows how to write her name. She knows how to spell her name. Belle also knows how to spell Salem's name. She's still working on her own name, but they both know how to spell Salem's name. And Salem has learned how to write her name. And I did that. Like, I just feel so proud of her. And I tell you guys, literally for like the last year and a half, I have been telling her she's going to go to school, and she has literally been telling me, no, the school is yucky, the teacher's yucky, yucky teacher. And I'm like, Salem, you can't say that. Like what? And so really up until like the week I started going back to school shopping with her, that's when she stopped saying that stuff. She was like excited to go to school. When she saw that she got to go shopping, she was like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Okay, she wants to go to school ASAP. She was like, yeah, school's for me. What you mean? I get new things just because I'm going to school? Of course I want to go to school. So she got a backpack, and she was obviously excited about that. And then she got clothes and shoes, and she was just getting all kinds of supplies for school, even though she doesn't really need them. She was getting that kind of stuff and super excited to go and couldn't wait to go. And the craziest things happened the week before school started. I couldn't even believe it. So the week before school started, when we started to like really go shopping for back to school, expensive AF, by the way. Okay, shout out to all the moms doing it by themselves. Shout out to y'all, because back to school shopping is expensive for one. Imagine two, girl, the ghetto. Anyway, we started going back to school shopping, and I guess because when we were shopping, I kept saying to like Belle, like, oh, you don't need that because you're not going to school. Salem started to kind of like get anxiety about it and panic. And she wasn't saying anything, but it started to come out at nighttime, girl, in the middle of the wee hours of the morning. And I was like, what the hell going on with this kid? So she is freaking out, but she's not saying anything. And I'm like going to sleep. I'm going to sleep, and Salem is like sleeping really light, which is not normal. She usually sleeps pretty deep. So she's sleeping light, and like if I'm leaving her room because I put Nola to sleep in there, she'd be like waking up and trying to follow me out. And I'm like, where are you going? Get back in bed, little girl. So she gets back in bed or whatever, and I go to my room. Next thing you know, I don't know if an hour passed, 2 hours passed, this little girl is in my room, which is abnormal. Like, all of my kids sleep in their own room, okay? They do not sleep in my bed. And so I'm like, what the hell? So Salem is coming into my room, and at this point I haven't put 2 and 2 together, right? So she's coming in my room, and I'm like, what are you doing in here, Salem? Go back to your bed. She's talking about no, she's afraid of the dark. There's lamps on in there, literally lamps on in the room. She's freaking out. She don't want to go back in there. So I'm like, okay, get in bed. She gets in the bed, my bed. And then I'm sleeping, but I feel her hovering over me. I can't even, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. She should be out cold, okay? I feel her hovering over me, watching me sleep. And then she's like touching my ear, and I'm like, Salem, we'll go to sleep. I literally wake up because I feel her over me. I'm like, go to sleep. What are you doing? She's telling me she loved me. And I'm like, I love you too, but please go to sleep. Like, I am of no use to anybody if I'm tired, okay? The next day. So I needed her to sleep. So that happens. I tell her go to sleep. She does not sleep, but I don't know that because she's mad quiet. Like, she's quiet in the bed, so I'm thinking she went to sleep. Next thing you know, I hear this girl talking about the sunset is so beautiful. And it's actually the sunrise. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, this little girl's talking about the sunrise is so beautiful. I mean, the sunset is so beautiful. And I'm like, Salem, what are you doing awake? And again, I hadn't put 2 and 2 together yet. So, fast forward, that was one night. The next night, again, she's not sleeping. She's coming in my room. I'm like, Salem, go back to your room. She goes back to her room. She goes to my mom's room. Same thing. 4 o'clock in the morning. And we're like, what is going on with this kid? The next night, it's all now, not putting it together. The next night, she comes in my room. She's on the edge of my bed, but she has she's like kneeling at the bottom of my bed, and she has like the sheets over. She brought her own blanket in my room, and she has it like over her head and shoulders. I see, I see Salem. I wake up because I feel there's somebody in my room. I feel a presence in my room. So I wake up and I see something at the base of my bed. I literally scream and kick her off the bed. I said, I kick her off the bed. And she's like, Mommy, it's me. And I'm like, Salem, what are you doing in my room? What is happening? Literally screamed and kicked. I was terrified. I literally kicked her off the bed because I didn't know it was her. So she's telling me it's her or whatever. So she gets in the bed now. And again, she's not sleeping. And at this point, I'm just tired, okay? So I'm just trying to go to sleep. So I tell her, get in the bed and go to sleep. She does. I go to sleep. The next day, I'm up late talking to my mom, and we're talking, and we're just having casual convo, and we're talking about how Salem keeps coming and waking us up in the middle of the night. And it dawns on me, oh my God, she thinks that when we drop her off to school, she's not coming back home. Because I keep saying to Belle, oh, you don't need that. You're not going to school. You don't need a backpack. You don't need this. You don't need that. You're not going to school. Only Say-Say's going. So she thinks she's going to like boarding school. I was tickled, okay? So she thought that she was not coming back. And I had to explain to her, I'm like, baby, the day before school, we're going to do your hair. And then also, sorry, before I talk about that, she kept asking what day of the week it is, which she never asked before, but I guess she knew school was coming soon. So she kept asking, like, is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? You know, what day of the week is it? And so we would tell her, oh, it's this day, oh, it's that day. And then I went and I did the calendar because September had started, and I did all the days, and I said, okay, this is the day that you're going to go to school. We're literally here. We're 7 days away. Gag was, that was not the tea. She was starting on the Tuesday. I thought she was starting on Thursday because that's what it had said online, but they changed it and I didn't know that. So I had called the school and they told me that everybody starts on the same day. So I waited until the morning of school, no, the day before, and I was getting everything ready. I was packing her bag, getting her extra clothes, blah, 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 all the stuff. Getting her ready for school. I did her hair and everything. And then the day of school, when she woke up in the morning, I was like, it's the first day of school. Are you excited? She's like, it is? I'm like, girl, you knew. We did your hair. I told you we was going to do all these things the day before, your nails. I never ended up doing her nails, but I was like, I told her I was going to paint her nails for her, do her hair. We're going to pack her bag, pick out her lunch, all these things before the day before school so she knows that the next morning is school. But yeah, she woke up and I got her ready for school and I took her to school and she came home that day upset. So we'll get into that. I pick her up from school. She's being a little funny. Like when I pick her up, me and Belle picked her up. And then when she got actually home, she didn't really want to talk about her experience at school. And she was being really weird. She wasn't herself. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's just because it's a new thing, you know? So that's expected, but she just really wasn't herself. So she didn't want to talk about school. She didn't want to talk about what happened at school. Nothing. And her teacher hadn't said anything to me when I picked her up. So I'm like, oh God. Like I had always been worried about what would happen once I bring her to school, because obviously I know my kid, right? And I'm not in denial about who my kid is. So like, obviously I was like a little worried and apprehensive of like what was going to happen when she started school. But I really felt like school would be the thing to mellow her. And also, I don't know, I guess change things, but like in a positive way. She doesn't want to talk, but like I'm her mom, my mom too. Like she was concerned about what the experience was at school. Salem wasn't saying anything. So I started to pry and ask the right questions. Because she was saying she had a good day, but then wouldn't elaborate. She wouldn't tell us what she did at school, nothing. And so then I started asking her, like, if somebody was being mean to her. And that's when it all started to unfold. And she started to tell me about an incident that happened in her class. And I was like, excuse me? And so she's detailing to me about how some girl touched her and was punching her. And I was like, excuse me? And she's telling me that the girl was growling at her and this is like some crazy story. And I'm like, now Stacey, I know your middle name is Story, but this all happened and the teacher didn't say anything to me. Now, granted, it's the first day, so anything is possible. But I was really flabbergasted. I'm like, that happened on your first day? I wouldn't want to go back. But I asked her, are you okay to go back tomorrow? And she said yes. And so I said, okay. She maintained this story. If you ask her right now what happened on your first day of school, she will literally tell you the exact story that I'm telling you. That there was a little girl there that was being naughty. So originally gonna send an email and ask the teacher about the incident, but then I said, you know what? No, let me give it a week. And if Salem comes home for the rest of the week and tells me that there's been problems, you know, then I'll address it. Because I feel like if somebody was punching my child in class, kindergarten, they need to be telling me, okay, they need to inform me that there's an issue in the class. And I also want to know if Salem did something first to the child for the child to punch her as well, right? I see how she's with her sisters. So that's what I mean by like, I'm not one of those parents that be like, oh, my kid would never do that. Now, so I was like, let me just give it some time. So I didn't send the email. And then when I pick her up the following day, so I bring her to school the next day, I pick her up, I'm face to face with her teacher, and I ask her teacher, hey, has she been okay? Like she came home yesterday and was telling me about something that happened with one of the other students. And the teacher then told me, she's like, oh, we have some little people that we have some little people that aren't that don't know spatial sense yet and keeping their hands to themselves, and we're working on it. And then I said to the teacher, oh, that's exactly what I thought, because that is what I figured. Salem is a little bit older than some of the other kids in her class, because some of them are not even 4 yet. Some of them are 3 and turning 4 by December. They may not be aware, or their parents just, they kind of just drop the ball. Because, Belle is 3 and she's not going to punch some random kid, right? So there's no excuse. But some people don't be minding their kids at their house. So the children, had to be told, keep your hands to yourself and blah, blah, blah. So the teacher let me know. She's like, oh yeah, she's been fine and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, great. So obviously after that second day, I pull Salem out because I noticed that her nose is running and my other girls' noses are running. And I'm like, this ain't it. Of course they're going to get sick. So I pulled her out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So she had 4 days at home, which she didn't really mind. I was just watching her to see. I loaded them up with all their vitamins and they got lots of healthy stuff to boost their immune system. And Stacey was pretty much good by Friday. Like, she could have went back to school, but I just didn't want to bother because everybody else in the house was sick. And I was good too. I was good until literally 2 days ago. And so I think today's Monday. Saturday, I started to realize that I was coming down. So I'm like, yes, I beat it, because I saw my kids were getting better and I wasn't sick yet. And then all of a sudden I got my throat got scratchy. I'm like, what the hell? And so the whole day I'm in denial. I'm like, no, I'm not sick. Like, it's just my allergies, like all this stuff. But then as the day was progressing and my throat was getting more and more irritated, I'm like, you better take the Buckleys, girl, because you are sick. So I started loading up on stuff too. And so right now, like, I feel flu-y. You know what the flu feels like, and you know, you can relate. But like, my kids are not runny noses anymore and anything like that. So I'd be wearing masks in the house and blah, blah, blah. But that's neither here nor there. This is not about me. This is about the kids. So she went back today and she had a great day, she said. And she still doesn't do too much talking about what she did or does at school. She says, we play and we eat and we play and we... Oh, hell no. That better be outside the window, girl. That is a big old bug. Kris Jenner sent it. She had a good day, but yeah, she said they don't be doing much. It's kindergarten. She's progressing really nicely. She's really just getting to be a little girl, and I am loving watching it, witnessing it. She's growing up so fast, so fast. Like, she's almost 5, I can't tell. Like, she's literally gonna be 5 in January. Like, 5. I have a 5-year-old. Where did the time go? She's 5. I can see the changes already in her, just, you know, getting to go to school and coming home as the big sister. And then next year it's going to be her and Belle going to school. And they might be in the same class because Salem will be in senior kindergarten. Belle will be in junior kindergarten. And so Belle has been a little bit upset when she brings Say to school. She wants to stay with her sister. She wants to be in school too. She's made that very clear. Even though she's not as social, she gets upset when we have to leave Salem, and she's like, I want to go to school too. So in the mornings now, when I'm bringing her dropping Salem off, I end up coming home and trying to do an activity with Belle so that she doesn't feel left out per se. Today we baked cupcakes when we got back from dropping Salem off. I had said it while we were still with Salem, and Salem's like, no, don't bake them without me. And I was like, when you come home, we'll decorate them together. And so she was like, okay. And then she went to school. Me and Belle came home. We baked the cupcakes, and Belle had one late morning, early afternoon. And then when Salem came home, they decorated together and were able to enjoy that together. So like tomorrow when I drop Salem off, me and Belle will come home. We're going to do some coloring. Next day we might paint. And so that's pretty much just how I have to structure it. And then after I do my activity with Belle, I come up, I do work, and then the rest of the day I chill and then get the girls ready for bed. And we repeat the same thing every single night. So Belle is very much, is it time to get Say yet? Can we go get Say? Is it time to get Say? She loves her big sister, even though they be fighting, okay? They fight over clothes. They fight over toys. The only thing that they don't fight over is their iPads, because they both have their own. So like, but like toys and clothes, if they got a toy that was specifically for them, they let it be known, that's my toy. I want to play with it, and I'm going to play with it. Or they give each other permission to play. I like watching them develop, and I like watching them do their own thing and get their own style and make their own decisions. Like, my daughters choose what they want to wear, when they want to wear it. They very much free-spirited in that way. Every day is dress up for them. They love, like, okay, Belle is very much, they're both actually. They both always want to wear dresses, which is annoying, especially at bath time. Like, Salem won't give me too hard of a time with her clothes, but Belle, girl, she gives me the hardest time. She is so particular. She's pretty much been this way since the beginning, but like, she's very particular. She loves dresses, but refuses to wear shorts because she said shorts are for boys. And I'm like, Belle, don't you see mommy and grandma wearing shorts around the house all the time? She's like, yes. And I'm like, well, we're not boys. And she's like, shorts are for boys. And I'm like, Belle, if you don't put these shorts on. So if she's wearing a dress, she'll wear tights with them, like leggings. Every once in a while I can get her in a pair of shorts, but she like refuses. And it's the weirdest thing. And I don't know where she got this idea from. The shorts are for boys. I don't know if because she saw her cousin in shorts, but she just refuses to wear shorts. She'll wear leggings. She doesn't really have jeans. She'll wear skirts. Even her skirts, she'll wear tights under. It's the weirdest thing, but I think it's so funny. So shorts are for boys, apparently. Her sisters do wear shorts, though. They are big girls, so everybody pretty much, except for Nola, bathes themselves. Taught them fairly young how to bathe themselves. And I help them only if they ask me to. I feel like that's an important skill to know. So even Nola sometimes tries to bathe herself, but she's so little, she don't know what the hell she's doing. So I still bathe her. But like the two older girls, they bathe themselves. They're very much independent and they don't need a lot of help to do anything. If they do need help, they'll come for it, or they will fuss and fuss and fuss and get themselves worked up and frustrated. And Belle especially is like that. She is so independent. It's problematic because when she really does need help, she won't come for it. Even when you're telling her, come and let me help you, she'll sit there and whine and cry. And we're like, Belle, come and let me help you. Like, we don't want to listen to this whiny, crying stuff all day. No, let me show you how to do it so you can do it the next time. But as of right now, you just let me do it, okay? Salem is... She knows how to do everything, girl. And I love that they teach each other stuff too. Like I saw Salem trying to teach her sister how to tie her robe, and Salem wants to learn stuff. She so wants to know how to tie her shoes, and she wants to be able to just, I guess, be a big girl. So it's really cool to watch, and I love them. They're my little besties. I just love them. And then what else do they like to do? They're very much into their own things. Like even what they watch on YouTube, like they're very different kids, but they both really like Spider-Man. That's something I noticed. I think their favorite toys are baby dolls and Barbies. They love to play mummy and baby, and they love to dress up. Obviously, they love princess dress up. Every damn day is princess. Today when I came home with Salem, Nola was doing princess dress up. She was putting on Sleeping Beauty's outfit. I said, Nola, that does not fit you, ma'am. It's way too big. But she was determined to get it on.
Not you gonna announce pregnancy, folks?
Ooh! Never that.
Baby, because you've been asleep all day. Keep it in, they're gonna keep this in, baby. They're gonna get the tea, baby, the girls.
I have not been sleeping all day. I slept yesterday because I was sick. Thank you very much. Let it be known, there is no baby ever coming out of this coochie ever again. Let it be known. Mark my words. No, it's not alleged. It's not alleged. Goodbye. You're disturbing the peace. Like I said, there will not be another baby coming out of this coochie ever. Okay? Anyway. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, they love dress up. They like a lot of different things. Very versatile kids. Now, eating habits, they drive me crazy. Miss Belle, very particular. She wants noodles, 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 and more noodles. Like literally pasta noodles, but none of my kids like pasta sauce, which is so weird. I think Nola's like okay, but like they do not like pasta sauce. So Belle likes pasta noodles with butter and Parmesan cheese. Very simple girl. I guess that's like me when I was a kid. Cheese pizza, cheese pizza, cheese pizza, and more cheese pizza. And when it wasn't cheese pizza, cheese pizza. And as an adult, cheese pizza. And my sisters and my mom, like everybody's always making fun of me because since I was a kid, I only ate cheese pizza. And to this day, I only eat cheese pizza. It's actually a little embarrassing. Like, it seems childish, but like, why would you fix what's not broken? Ma'am, come on now. I love me some cheese pizza, girl. Shout out to all the cheese pizza lovers out there, okay? Anyway, so yeah, that's like Belle's favorite thing to eat. She loves that. My kids love homemade waffles. I always make waffles for them. Salem loves all food. She's very much a foodie. So like if my mom, like yesterday, actually everybody ate this yesterday. So my mom made chicken foot soup and all my kids ate the chicken foot soup yesterday. Nola fell asleep at the table, girl. She was so tired. Oxtail, always asking for more oxtail. Salem specifically. She loves when mom cooks. Oh my gosh, she loves it. I made bang bang chicken. Did they eat that? I think they did. I made bang bang chicken. You guys want my recipe? It's really delicious. Maybe I'll get in the kitchen this week. I think that'd be cute. Yeah, I'll probably get in the kitchen tomorrow. Dumpling they love. Today, mom made saltfish and callaloo. I don't know if the girls will eat the saltfish and the callaloo. They'll eat the saltfish. They probably won't eat the callaloo, but they will eat the dumpling. But like, Belle is very particular with meat. She. Let me tell you something. My kids love McDonald's, and I'm like, it's so funny because when I was growing up, I always said, if I ever had kids, I'm not gonna give them McDonald's. They're not gonna know what McDonald's is, okay? Child, all they do is ask for Old McDonald. That's what they ask for. Can we have Old McDonald? Can we have Old McDonald's? And I'm like, y'all have some Old McDonald's money? Literally. But I always give it to them whenever. Well, not whenever, but like, I'm going to say my kids eat McDonald's way more than they should. They get McDonald's at least 3 times a month. And I think that that's a lot. Like, they should have it like once a month. Like a treat, but they don't. They have... I ain't got time to cook all the damn time. But like my kids eat so good regularly that it doesn't even really matter. Belle loves hamburgers. And all of my kids love hamburgers. They love extra pickles. So girl, when I saw that my kids liked pickles, I said, y'all is not my kids. You your daddy's son. Like, pickles? Really? All of them. And they scarf the pickles down. Like, they love pickles. So anytime I go to McDonald's, I get extra pickles on their burgers because they love pickles. And I'm just sat there disgusted at my children for liking pickles. How dare you? I carried you for 9 months and you're going to sit there and like pickles? Are you serious? Anyway, it's not my fault. I was traumatized as a child. My sisters poured pickle juice down my throat when I was a kid. So obviously I'm not going to like pickles. Just nasty. Anyway, my kids eat really good. But like Belle... despite the fact she doesn't really care for meat, she loves hot dogs and hamburgers. She loves processed foods. Like, I don't cook processed food. Like, I don't like processed foods, but I love me a good little hot dog, street meat. But like, she loves hot dogs and she loves hamburgers. But like, she's not big on chicken, but like she ate the chicken foot soup. So she's weird. Like sometimes she likes it, sometimes she doesn't. So I just let her go with the flow. If she asks me for noodles, I'm gonna give her noodles. Sometimes this girl wakes up and says she wants noodles for breakfast. Usually we have some noodles in the fridge on standby because she wants noodles so damn much. They love veggies, of course. And then Say, usually actually with McDonald's, Belle doesn't really eat her fries. So I end up eating them. And then sometimes she eats them, sometimes she doesn't. She's very picky. And then Nola, I was buying her nuggets until I discovered baby girl wants a hamburger girl or a cheeseburger. So I stopped getting the nuggets because she would just be biting them. She likes to dip them. So she dip them, bite them, and chuck them. And I'm like, yeah, no. McDonald's is too expensive in 2022 for you to be chucking anything, ma'am. So I started getting her burger and she be scarfing it down, but she can't eat the whole thing. 3 Happy Meals is very expensive. Salem's not finicky with food. Belle is finicky with food. And Nola, her favorite food in the world is avocado. Can you believe that? Girl, she will eat avocado for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She loves avocado. And I love avocado. And she just eats it. Like, Nola, do you want avocado? This is Nola. She's like a bobblehead. And then she loves bananas. She loves fruit. Oh, blueberries, strawberries. Oh, she is like the healthiest eater in the house. She loves her some superfoods. She'll eat anything. My kids obviously love sweets. The snack cupboard is stocked. Okay, and very organized, especially since Salem started school. I got bins in there with all kinds. It's so organized. You guys would look and be like, oh my God, I want to come to your house. Yeah, it's very much stocked. There's so much things in there, lollipops and all the sugary and salty stuff is locked up in the cupboard. So there's a lock on the cupboard. They cannot access it. Even though I see that Salem is slowly getting to learn how to unlock the cupboard. But like I tried to keep it locked at all times and they cannot just get a snack whenever they feel like it. I make sure that the snack cupboard is stocked always. And then as far as, I mean, you guys have seen Belle and Salem on my channel quite a bit, and you guys know that they're very well-spoken and big girls essentially, but who you haven't seen a lot of is Queen Nola. And oh, my sweet Nola. I actually gush over Nola too damn much. She's just, oh, she's such a joy. Every time I talk about her, I'm gonna cry. I don't know if it's because she's the baby. Don't get it twisted now. I ain't got no favorites. But Nola is just, I think just the way that Nola entered my life and what she represents in this season of my life, the victory, hello Jesus. I feel like she's just it brings a whole light that I didn't know that I needed. So I do gush over her quite a bit, but I make sure I gush over all of my kids equally in person. That being said, Nola is, as I always tell you guys, naughty Nola. She is bad. Okay, listen. I don't like to call kids bad, but Nola is so bad. She is a bad girl. So she has surprised me. She is standing her ground. Keep in mind, she's a fire sign. My other two are earth signs. And she just fits in. She's one of the girls. Okay? She let them know she's not the one. And like, they tried to bully her. They did. They're always taking stuff from her. And so she caught on real quick that in order to survive, where her sisters are concerned, she has to put her foot down. And she's like not even 18 months. She's going to be 18 months just now. But like the way that she stands her ground it's astounding. Literally, the other day they went out and everybody got specific toys. And Nola got a vacuum cleaner and a cash register. Cha-ching! She got a cash register. And she knew that they were hers. They were specifically hers because that's what she chose in the store. And my other two tried to play with her vacuum and she threw a hairy fit and took it from them and was guarding it with her life. But because she was guarding the vacuum, that meant she left the cash register. So they thought they were going to go over to the cash register and play with the cash register. Keep in mind that when she tries to play with their toys, they be yanking them from her. No, Nala, it's mine! All kinds of drama. Okay, all the time. So she was like, oh, I got one for y'all. Y'all thought you was going to play with my cash register and my vacuum when I was trying to play with your baby doll and you told me absolutely not? So she throws this hairy fit. She grabs the vacuum. They try to go to the cash register. She dragging the vacuum over to the cash register and snatching up the cash register and saying, no, these are mine because y'all been playing on my top for too long. And I said, I saw it go because y'all better learn to share. And so I say to Nola, I'm like, Noli, can they play with your cash register since you're playing with the vacuum? She shake her head, no, child. So, well, I tried, girls. I tried to get y'all the cash register. She said, no, ma'am, this is my money. So, this is my money and I need it now. She said, it's her money, girl. And they're not about to play with it because they're always so mean to her. And I'm always have to tell them, girls, she's a baby. You know, and obviously they have their times where they're all playing together and, you know, doing their thing. But I definitely see that they used to, when Nola didn't have a lot of say and she was much smaller, they just do the snatch and grab, you know, and she couldn't really say anything or do anything. But now she is turning into a big girl herself. Like, she's almost 2. I don't know who they thought they were going to play with. But she said it's not her. So I love to watch it, honestly. It's giving HBO. But yeah, it's fun to watch them develop. And as much as they have that drama, they also have so much love between the three of them. And like even today when I picked up Salem, I told her Nola's waiting for you because Nola tried to leave the house with me to go get Say. And I said to Salem, Nola's waiting for you inside. She's like, she is. They love each other so deep, and so that's why when they be fighting, I just let them. I love that they're all so close in age and they're gonna grow up together. Like Salem and Belle are 15 months apart, and then Nola and Belle are 2 years apart? Salem 2018, Belle 2019, Nola 2021. So yeah, they're like 2 years apart, and they're always gonna just be so close, and I want them to maintain that closeness. Obviously, you guys have recently watched my Tasmanian Devil story, and my prayer is that my kids never deal with any foolishness like that. Obviously, I'm gonna make sure I'm open with my kids and talk to my kids and educate my kids on certain things so that those types of issues don't come about. Because I believe that you can have healthy relationships with people that are healthy. And so that's why I think it's important to talk to your kids, you know? And so I'm always going to talk to my kids and advocate for them and their relationships with each other. It's really important to me that they maintain a closeness and a trust between each other and would never do anything to hurt one another, you know? I'm always gonna push for them to be close and be sisters. Obviously, they're not ever gonna be 10 years apart, 15 years apart. So we don't have to worry too much about that. Because they're so close in age, they're always gonna have that bond, hopefully. I speak it now in Jesus' name, girl. So apart from that, Noli is talking. When you call Nola's name, she says, yeah. And it's so cute because it was out of nowhere. I was a little worried about her. I think she definitely feel like she was a little delayed in talking. And they said, apparently, the kids that were born during the pandemic, seeing all the masks and stuff, apparently their speech has been delayed. But I feel like we didn't do much going out where that was concerned. I think she's always just observing and seeing and hearing her sisters do too much talking, and you know, she's just pacing herself. And so she is talking. She says lots of stuff. She says hi and bye, of course. She says please. She says cheese. She says I've heard her say thank you a couple times, but like she's not consistently saying it. She says bell. I'm trying to teach her to say. She says grandma and mom. She says yes and no. She says mm-mm. She's very Jamaican. She says kitty, really good. She loves the kitties. Oh my God. Oh God. She says a lot of words. Banana, avocado, like for avocado, phone, iPad. She says a lot of words. So she's right on track for being 18 months. And she understands everything. Like she blows my mind. From like the time she was like 13, 14 months, she started blowing my mind because we would be like to her, Nola, go get my phone for me, please. This girl hops off of whatever she's doing. She go get your phone. She bring it to you and you're like, oh, shocked. She understands everything. Nola, go close the door. Nola, close the door. You have to ask her sisters about 50, 11 times. They don't be closing that door. You ask her to go get grandma's phone. She knows which one's grandma's phone. Or if she sees a phone and she knows it's grandma's, she pick it up, bring it to grandma. She sees my phone, she picks it up, brings it to me. Nola, go get your iPad. She go gets the blue iPad. That's hers. You can give her any instruction. Nola, go get me a banana. She gonna try to climb up onto the thing and get you a banana, girl. Like, she understands everything. I exaggerate not. And I remember when we first started seeing that she understood so much, we were like, why isn't she talking? Like, why isn't she saying more? But as the time has gone on, she started to say more and more words. But like, I was a little worried at first, girl. I said, oh my. Oh my. Yeah, she's developing so nice. Obviously, she's running, walking, she's doing everything. She brushed her teeth. It's been a joy to watch all three of my babies, and I would not trade them for anything in the world. And I feel like they are my little guardian angels, and they help me so much just in like my everyday life. Like just having them along for this ride has kept me alive and kept me going, and they motivate me a lot. And I'm just so appreciative of my babies, and just I'm glad I have them. I think that we are always going to be so close. I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I feel like my relationship with my kids is like one of my top priorities in life. I want to maintain strong bonds with all my kids. I always want them to trust me and be open with me at any age. And so I always approach like any situation, like Salem school situation. Like I want her to know she can tell me something wrong happened at school. She doesn't have to be afraid to come talk to me, you know. It's been quite the experience. I thought that being a single mom was gonna be a lot harder than it has been, but like it don't feel any different than it was before. I really like from the outside looking in. So like from the outside looking in, because I've watched single moms my whole life. My mom was a single mom. I watched her. My sister has been a single mother. I've watched her. I've watched my aunties sometimes. I've watched friends' moms. All I've seen my whole life is single mothers struggling. I'm so fortunate and blessed that that's not my story, and I'm so grateful about that and for that. Thank you, God. And shout out to the members. No, literally, like, I'm so grateful that that's just not my story. And yes, it's hard and taxing emotionally sometimes and mentally, of course. But what isn't? You know, what isn't? And so I'm just happy that I can give them everything. I could pour into them as much as humanly possible, and not be left feeling empty. Because already at their young age, I see that they're so receptive and appreciative. Like, my kids are just so sweet. Like, they're just so sweet and like tender, and like, I love that about them. I love how mannerful. Like, I just love them. So I'm glad to share these little things with you. I am proud of my girls. I'm happy that you guys have got to, you know, see bits and pieces of them here and there. Well, duty calls, girl. I don't even know what I was saying. All I know is that I love being their mom, and I'm going to continue to do that the best way I can. Oh, I think was I talking about how it's taxing? Girl, listen to this. So, like, obviously there's gonna be rough days, you know, there's gonna be days I'm like exhausted, mentally exhausted. There's days that I'm like, oh Lord, what did I get myself into? But then the sun is always gonna shine the next day. It's very much a this too shall pass type of situation. I never went into motherhood thinking any day would be super duper easy. I knew it was gonna be hard, and I was prepared for that. Obviously, I wasn't, when I started having kids, I wasn't prepared to be a single mom. That's never the freaking goal. But I really thought that it was gonna be way more difficult than it was. And then when I realized nothing has really changed for me, other than that my bed is not shared anymore. Like, I don't freaking know. Like I was like, okay, well, it is what it is. Don't let it get you down. And of course, don't sweat the small stuff. But yeah. So the girls are doing a-okay. They're having a hard time right now, crying. So I'm about to peace out and go deal with that. But other than that, like, I would be talking about the kids living their best life, and they start bawling down the place. They're tired. I love you all so much, and thank you for watching this update on the girls. I will see you in the next one.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna